Man, what's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man. J Willie Silly, man. aka Mr. Take It Easy for your end of life easy. But hey, man, follow my Twitch. I will be live on Twitch about 11 o'clock Eastern time. I told y'all I'm very, just listen to me right quick. Listen to me right quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm very unpredictable. Some days I'll go live on 5 o'clock. I feel like for me running the dynasty, bro, and college football, I gotta be more and more just early. You know what I'm saying? Not even early. I'll say 7 o'clock ish, 8 o'clock ish. You know what I'm saying? Just give people time to get off work and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So 8 o'clock ish, 9 o'clock ish. That's how I'm gonna be live streaming on NCAA. You know what I mean? But you know, I'm just very unpredictable. Sometimes I live stream on 5 o'clock. Sometimes 11 o'clock, sometimes 12 o'clock. You know what I mean? But I know people my age, bro, we really don't go to sleep until like, what, 4 o'clock? That's when I go to sleep, like 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, bro. Especially when I ain't got to work no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, bro, not having to work, bro, that's the best thing, bro. Freedom, bro. I could do what I want. I go to sleep when I want. I can move around how I want. And, you know, that's just how I want to move. And that's how I am going to move. I worked at least like 13 jobs. I'm done working, bro. It's just proven that, you know, like, that's how I know jobs wasn't for me. Because I can't do what everybody else can do. You know what I mean? We're going to get into the story. But, you know what I mean? It was just one time, bro. This when I was at Key Warehouse, bro. Located in like Forest Park, Georgia, bro. So, you know, everybody and their mama have their headphones in. Everybody and their mama, and I'm talking about it's this lady. This lady is a supervisor, bro. It's like I have a magnet on me. I'm talking about she walking past people. She even talking to people with their headphones in. I put my headphone in. I'm looking at everybody else. I'm like, okay, they ain't tripping. We can listen to music. You know what I'm saying? You got people on the forklift got their headphones in and everything. So I'm like, okay, I'm looking around. Bro, they ain't tripping. So I put my music in. Get what that lady do. That lady go past everybody with them headphones. Hey, we need your headphones off, sir. So I'm looking around. I was going to say something, but I was like, and I just got a job too. So I was like, all right. I was weirded out. I'm like, you just walk past everybody. You was just literally talking to the dude with AirPods in, but you come to me. So I'm like, all right. Then I see everybody with their headphones on. I'm like, man, bro, man, forget what she talking about. You feel me? So I try to hide it, though. I try to hide it. You know what I'm saying? I had a little scub cap, try to hide it, bro. This lady, I'm talking about, do the most, still walk over. Is that a headphone I see? I think I see a little headphone. Is that a headphone? I try to play it smooth, try to, you know what I'm saying, get it out of my ear and hand it to old girl. But I'm talking about, man, shorty was like, what's your name? What's your name? So after that, man, little do I know, man, I'm fired, man. I'm talking about, bro, jobs just, I get fired even when I'm trying to do right, gang. That's how I know jobs ain't for me, cuz, you know what I'm saying? So, thank you, and I thank God, and I thank you, bro, for being able to have this flexible schedule that I always want. You know what I'm saying? Freedom is what I've been aiming at. Freedom at a young age. I refuse to work forever for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? I got my working days over with. You know what I'm saying? We got 3 scary true vacation stories, man. You know what I'm saying? Volume 3. I will be live streaming on Twitch about 11 o'clock Eastern time. This will be the only scary video that y'all get today, so sorry. But if you want to go watch my other scary videos, whole playlist section, man, like 25. Ooh.
My girlfriend and I love skiing. It's how we met.
Somebody hero.
So last year, during both of our vacation times, we Airbnb'd a 1-bedroom cabin in Colorado by Vail Mountain.
There's always something going on with these Airbnbs.
Getting a private cabin was a lot more cozy, peaceful, and romantic. After landing at the airport, we taxied to a rental car place and rented a Honda Civic.
Bruh, did this be fake snow right here? Is this real snow? You know what I mean? Like, honestly, like,
probably the cheapest one we could get. We drove a constant uphill through the sludge on the roads until we pulled off the main road onto a more foresty side road. Eventually, we made it to the cabin. Far and isolated from anyone else, but not too far where getting to the mountain would be a pain in the ass. The owner left the key hidden in the mailbox. As soon as I unlocked the door and we stepped inside, we got a huge whiff of, I guess, wood. It literally smelled exactly how you'd expect a log cabin to smell.
Okay.
It wasn't huge, but it was spacious enough. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, Decent living room with a TV and a kitchen.
Got 5?
I was paying chump change for it, so I was more than happy with it.
Oh God, chump change. One thing I learned, bro, being too cheap, that can kind of cost you, bro. You know what I mean? It's the reason why it's chump change. It's the reason why it's not so expensive. I'd rather pay the money, bro, you know what I mean? Because, you know, me paying the money, I know I'm going to get my qualities worth. You know what I mean? A whole lot of y'all be trying to be too cheap and that'll cost you. You know what I mean? You ever heard of something being too good to be true? This is too good to be true. That's the truest statement you ever heard. It's too good to be true.
Plus,
that's
we
a
were
true
there
statement.
to ski, not sit around the cabin. We got there towards the end of the day, so we didn't hit the slopes that night. We actually just unloaded and got right back on the road to pick up a pizza for dinner. We got back and ate on the couch in the living room while watching a movie. With the dark, moody lighting and the whole log cabin atmosphere, it actually was quite romantic.
Close the windows.
Until my girlfriend started freaking out about her bag. Apparently it wasn't where she left it, which was on the coffee table in the living room. I helped her look around, though there wasn't much space to search. She was absolutely positive she left it on the coffee table. It wasn't in the bathroom, kitchen, or living room, so I checked the bedroom, and sure enough, it was sitting right next to the bed. I picked it up and brought it to the doorway of the bedroom with a smirk on my face. My girlfriend didn't seem as relieved as I thought she would be, though.
Yeah, because I put that purse
me of
right.
moving it and going through her bag, which I found downright insane.
Hey man, I would look at a girl, man. I'm like, bro, I ain't move your bag, gang. You know what I'm saying? Don't do all that. I hate being around, you know what I'm saying, people like that. They lose something. The first thing they do is look at you. How could you? What are you doing? You look into my bag like a creep? You know what I'm saying? Don't touch my purse. That's when the argument gets started right there. Man, I ain't had your purse. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? She think you lying. You know you ain't lying. That's when the argument get into him right there. You feel me? Because a whole bunch of weird stuff going on. But one thing I'll say, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. Is that door open? And am I tripping? Is it open? Yeah, I don't like the looks of this. But one thing about me, I place stuff in a certain order. So that's probably how she is, bro. Just placing her purse there for a reason. You know what I mean? So, you know, she know when she put it right there. So why it's over there, though? You know what I'm saying? So I can't really blame her for blaming you, but just don't blame me, though. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I can't blame her for blaming me, but don't blame me, though. I
convinced her that she, in fact, put her bag in there and that she had just forgotten.
It's the argument start right there.
We went back to eating and watching the movie, and we got over the argument quickly. The next day, we hit the slopes from early morning till dusk. We stopped on the way back to the cabin to get dinner again. When we returned back to the cabin, we both immediately noticed the living room light was on. My girlfriend was slightly freaking out. I told her to chill. The front door was still locked, so that confirmed nobody had broken in. I thought obviously one of us left the light on by mistake and didn't notice earlier because it was bright out. So once again, we ate our food and watched a movie. When suddenly, out of nowhere, my girlfriend shrieked. I jumped up and looked at her. She had one hand covering her mouth, the other pointing at something on the ground. At first I didn't see it, but when I got up confused and moved closer, I saw it. It was a pair of somewhat fresh boot marks in the rug in the corner of the living room. The snow from the boots had melted into wet stains in the area rug. Obviously both of us wore boots, but I just didn't remember stepping over there. My girlfriend asked me to check around the cabin to make her feel safe.
That's just with me right there. I go in protective mode right there. Like my first thing right here, like it's for me. You know, that's what I'm saying. The first thing that I'm going to do, and I find the first thing everybody should do when you get a lot of money, the first thing I'm talking about, to get a lot of money, the first thing I'm doing is buying a lot of guns. You just, the way this world going right now, you just never know what the hell going to happen. And then right here, we going out here to enjoy a nice time. We already have a nice time. That's why Mama always say, Jay, why you always carrying a gun? For this reason right here. My mama think, oh man, you know, you ain't got no ops. You ain't got no enemies. So I think. You know what I'm saying? So I think. You know how many things happen to innocent people every day? You feel me? They're innocent. And that's why I did a lot of stories, a lot of true crime stories that was messed up. It was messed up. I'm talking about, I seen some things, man. You feel me? So me just, I didn't even have to look at the true crime videos to know that this world is more evil than good. You got people that just want to do harm to you for no reason. You don't know who is that. That could be a serial killer. You don't know who the hell is in your house. You feel me? So it's like, for me, I'm just always going, you know, I want AR-15. I'm just investing in guns. I feel like that's one thing I gotta invest in. Cause the way my house is gonna be packed out with guns, gang, I ain't gonna even be nervous. I'm a smoke his ass. We gonna smoke his ass.
So I did.
I don't go nowhere without my
I peeked
pipe.
under the kitchen table,
None
the
of
living room
that.
couch,
Check everywhere.
in the bathroom, and I took a peep in the bedroom.
Right there, I go in protective mode right there.
In the cabin. There weren't really many places to hide anyway.
Smoke his ass!
Still, she was scared and seemed to lose all interest in the movie. She went to the bathroom and brushed her teeth, then went to the bedroom to change, and I heard her jump into bed. So I did all the same. I climbed into bed.
Hey, cuz, you gotta check everywhere, gang. You supposed to be the protector. You know what I mean? That right there, nigga, I can't go to sleep. What type of man is you? I'm a different type of dude. I ain't gonna lie, paranoid on 10. I know I ain't leave these boots in here, nigga. We not sleeping here. That type of dude I am. Who's sleeping? Who going to sleep? Not I. Nigga, I ain't leave these boots marks here. You didn't leave these boots marks here. So, nigga, what the hell? And then I go back to, oh, yeah, your purse go moving and stuff. Like, out the rip, I'm like, somebody got a key in here. Out the rip, somebody got a key in here, gang. We out. We ain't going, we cancel the vacation, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get our money back, get a refund or something, but we not staying here tonight. That's just how I think. Me going and protect them, but we not staying here. It's something off. Jay, trust his gut feeling for sure. Trust your gut, bro. But look at them. They ignoring all the gut feelings, all the red flags.
Talking. It was actually only like 9 or 10 p.m. My girlfriend kept letting me know how uncomfortable she was, thinking someone was in the cabin.
Telling you.
So I told her, okay, just wait 1 second. I took out my phone and dialed the Airbnb host. I put the phone up to my ear and heard it ring. I don't mean the ring coming from the phone speaker. I meant I heard a loud, muffled ringing coming from behind the wall next to the bed.
Oh.
The ringing stopped as soon as I saw my call was rejected. My girlfriend started screaming, "Oh my God." I told her to calm down as I got up and approached the wall to the left. I noticed an ever so slight crack in the wall that looked like it could be a door. My girlfriend screamed at me not to open it, but I got myself angry, yelled, and pulled open the door.
There you go, boy.
There I was, faced with a small hidden closet, and inside, a man hiding behind a cardboard box in the corner. It was the host, the owner of the cabin. I'd seen his picture on the listing.
Weirdo.
I'll admit, I jumped and screamed in fear and shock when I saw him, but anger overcame me, and I grabbed him by his shirt and pulled him out.
There you go.
I knew he looked creepy based on his picture. He had his hands up, apologizing. I told him to shut up. I looked deeper in the closet, and to my disgust, found some of my girlfriend's underwear. It took way too long for the police to arrive, but he was arrested. We had to spend the rest of that night at a hotel, and the next day we went home. I requested compensation from Airbnb, and it took months for them to refund me. But they eventually did. This story was so bizarre and disturbing, I don't even expect everyone to believe it when I tell it. But it was...
I'm just saying, gang, you don't look at reviews, though? That's the first thing I do, bro. Like, when I stay in the Airbnb, that Airbnb that I got, bro, it was last year in the summer. The first thing, even with everything, not even that, everything, it don't matter what it is, y'all. The first thing that I do is go to reviews. If I don't see no reviews, nigga, you think I'm finna go there? So you ain't see no reviews? So you just telling me you just rented out an Airbnb and you just rented out an Airbnb with no reviews. I'm not finna book no Airbnb that ain't got no reviews, and I'm not finna book no Airbnb that got bad reviews. The first thing with everything, for all my youngins, and for people that just clueless, the first thing with everything, no whether it's a car shop, no whether it's a restaurant, no whether it's a movie, anything, the first thing you do is look at reviews. That's the first thing you do. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't even look at reviews. They be so clueless. They be so blind. No way that had good reviews. Ain't no way.
It was too real.
That Airbnb probably ain't had no reviews. He was just like, oh, this is a good price, so I'm gonna get it.
When my best friend Lizzie and I were 18, we went on our first vacation alone together to London. We were staying at the London Marriott Hotel.
Cheerio, pep pep.
The first thing we did upon arrival was, of course, to get there and drop off all our luggage. We'd be there for a whole week, so we had to set our itinerary. It was late in the day already, so we didn't have much time that day, but we did want to see something at least, so we went to see Big Ben, which is that iconic big clock tower that everyone knows in pictures when you think of London. After that, we went to a nearby tavern for dinner called St. Stephen's Tavern. It was money, but good thing our dads were paying for this trip. After leaving the tavern, it was like 9 o'clock, and we were wanting to go out and experience the nightlife. We agreed we'd first have to go back to the hotel and shower and change first. As we were walking, a young, attractive man overheard us talking about the nearby bars we were looking at on our phones, and he stopped us.
I see something.
Something about him immediately.
What the hell is this? Man, hey, look, I told you, I'm like, nigga, am I seeing? I had to look like that. I'm like, seeing a ghost? Am I seeing a spirit? You feel me? Like, what the hell is this, man?
He was just charming. That grabs both my and Lizzie's attention. And if it weren't for that, maybe we wouldn't have been so receptive to him telling us about a big apartment party that one of his rich friends was throwing that night.
You don't even notice, man. Two
attractive ladies like ourselves would fit right in.
You don't even notice, man.
Lizzie and I looked at each other and laughed. We said we'd be down, and he said, great, the party doesn't start till 11. He asked for my number, so I gave it to him.
This whole stranger.
He said he'd text me the details and see us later, and down the street he walked. Lizzie and I were super excited. It was only the first night, and we were already invited to a crazy London party. We figured if we played our cards right with the wealthy people at this apartment party, we would have people to hang out with the rest of the trip. We got back to the hotel, showered and changed, and we pre-gamed with a little vodka first to loosen ourselves up. I think we drank more than we should have, though.
Oh, whoa. I think my freaking Wi-Fi went out. That Wi-Fi be going out. Whoa. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, my Wi-Fi on my computer sometimes be going out sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of be on my beat right there. You know what I mean? But like I said, you getting drunk, going to a man's party you know nothing about. Just because he's charming, he's handsome. You know what I mean? That just gives you everything. You don't know who this man is. At least when it comes to a girl, I can't just like off the, I gotta get to know you first. I ain't like just linking up just like that. I don't know, man. I told you, I treat women just like men. I don't trust none of your ass. You feel me? Word up, I don't trust none of your ass. You feel me? So I gotta get to know you or something. I gotta get to know you. We gotta talk on the phone for a little while. You feel me? Not for a little, maybe like I say, 2 weeks. You feel me? Get to know you, then we can meet up in person. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? But just off the rip, you just met this man right there. You don't even know nothing about this man. You already agreeing to go into a party, and you going drunk. You don't know you don't know who these men are, man.
I texted the guy we met, realizing we didn't even get his name. He texted back quickly with the address to the apartment. So we loudly marched into the street to wait for our Uber. It was a 15-minute Uber drive to get to the apartment. And when we got there, we couldn't believe how different the architecture of this apartment building was compared to something back home in America.
It was crazy.
I pressed the code for the apartment, and we were quickly buzzed in. We took the elevator to the 5th floor. We were excited, but nervous, not knowing what to expect. The alcohol was definitely helping, though.
Oh no! I
knocked on the door to the apartment, but we didn't hear music inside, which was odd. We were nervous we had the wrong apartment, until the young man from earlier opened the door. He hugged us hello, and welcomed us into this dead, quiet apartment. He shut the door, and we asked, "Where is everyone?" He said, "Oh, it's still early, don't worry." We looked around the apartment, and it was not at all as big as we were expecting for an apparent rich guy. We asked where his friend who owned the apartment was. The man said he was getting things ready in his room. He told us to sit and make ourselves comfortable. I remember looking at my phone and seeing it was like 11:30. Lizzie and I sat down, and I could tell by her face she was as put off by this as I was. The man sat down on the same couch as us, next to me. He was uncomfortably close. Suddenly, another man came out from another room. He didn't say anything. He didn't smile. He just looked at us as he walked towards the door to the apartment. And he just stood there. The man on the couch with us started asking us questions like where we were from and if it was just us two visiting here. I started feeling sick to my stomach. The man next to us got up and went to the kitchen to get us some drinks.
Don't drink
The man
nothing.
by the door stood there.
Don't drink nothing.
Lizzie was to the left of me, so she was more hidden from view. I whispered in her ear to dial 911. She did so, and I noticed her tapping on the phone multiple times, indicating to the call taker that we needed help. Lizzie then suddenly called out loudly to the man in the kitchen, "This is apartment 5C, right?" The man at the door said yes in a deep, unfriendly voice. I whispered to Lizzie again that we needed to stall, and not to drink any drinks the man gave us.
That's why I said, there you go.
It's
your fault, though. It's your fault, though, gang. I ain't gonna lie, gang. That's why I be saying, man, all this little charming and you don't know who this man is, man. You don't know who this man working for. You feel me? You got such thing called human trafficking, man. You just going to a party you don't know nothing about. You feel me? You don't know nothing about this man, bro, from a can of paint. You know what I'm saying? All I say, bro, just, should have just got, if you felt like he was charming, felt like he was handsome, all right, exchange number. Just get to know the man at first, bro. You just too fast, bro. Too friendly, my friend. You're too friendly. And they know you're American. They know you're not from here. So they already know, you know what I'm saying? Hey, she's American. Know what I mean? They're not from here.
The man standing at the door called to the man in the kitchen to hurry up with the drinks. And then he came back from the kitchen with the drinks.
Nigga ain't finna, bro, don't drink that, bro. You already know, now don't drink that.
To stall as long as possible before drinking whatever he just set in front of us.
You finna drink it?
I put on a fake and bubbly persona and said we should play Would You Rather. I know it sounds juvenile, but I had to think of a game that didn't involve drinking. The man seemed to play along with it, so me and Lizzie started coming up with Would You Rather questions. And he started coming up with some of his own, but he would often suggest we take a sip of our drinks.
See, look at
the guest would be there soon and that we needed to loosen up some more.
Man, shut up, boy.
I stalled for as long as I could, saying we already drank a lot, but we'd be down to drink more in a little bit. I remember when things were about to turn really south. The two men looked at each other. Then the bigger, scarier man at the door came over and said, "All right, drink your drinks." He was about to reach for one of the glasses to probably force in my face, when there was an aggressive banging at the door, followed by a man shouting police. The younger man looked at us and asked, "Did you call the police?" I said, "No, why and when would we?" But my voice cracked as I said this, indicating I was nervous. Lizzie apparently just decided the hell with my story and screamed help. The police started to attempt to kick the door down, but the bigger man screamed, all right, and opened the door with his hands up. The two men tried playing innocent. Lizzie and I had to fabricate the story a little bit, saying the two men basically forced us into the apartment and wouldn't let us leave, and that we were pretty sure they drugged our drinks. That was enough to get the men arrested. A second police car arrived to escort us to the station for further questioning. The drinks were tested, and it turned out to no surprise, they were roofied. This was definitely a scarring experience, but we didn't let it ruin our trip to London. In fact, we never told our parents until years later, just because it would probably make them less likely to let us travel anymore. The alcohol definitely didn't help our initial decision-making in the night. But our advice would probably be don't ever trust strangers, no matter what they look like.
Exactly, bro. Don't ever trust strangers, bro. Get to know him. Cause I promise you would have got to know him. He can only act for so long. That red flag it gonna come out.
Took us on a trip to a family resort. It was in the middle of nowhere.
So I'm gonna teach my daughter, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, bro, I don't want to have a daughter, but something in my gut telling me, bro, I'm finna have a daughter. I'm not finna have a daughter now, but I'm going to have a daughter, bro. You know what I mean? Something in my gut. So I'm like, bro, I'm gonna teach my daughter how to shoot guns. I'm gonna teach my daughter, like, my daughter's not gonna be regular, bro. You know what I mean? I'm gonna teach my daughter how to, bro, she gonna be that for sure, bro. You know what I mean? Straight up, bro. She gonna be on alert for sure, bro.
Most countryish, old-style resort you could ever imagine. Every building was made of wood. There were big, creepy bugs crawling around. The inside of the resort halls all smelled like cigarettes.
Hey.
I felt too old to be in there with my family, especially since I'm the only boy out of my siblings, and my sisters were 9 and 5 at the time. I tried looking for teens my age to make friends with, but it really seemed like it was just families with younger kids. However, I met this girl who was 15. We met in the little arcade hall when I was with my two sisters. She came up to me and said, "Hey." As it turned out, she was staying here with her family too, and she wasn't having a good time either. So we started to hang out. She seemed kind of cool, a little strange, had somewhat gothy vibes to her.
Gothy.
Her name was Alyssa. The next day, I ran into her again as I was passing by the pool. She waved me over, and she said, "Let's go for a walk in the woods by the river." As we did, I tried to get to know her more. I asked her what building her room was in. She hesitated before her answer and then said, "The one next to the main hall."
Gothic.
It was a
She gives you
answer.
gothic vibes.
We
Gothic.
sat by the river for a while, and I gotta admit, she started talking about some weird, dark stuff.
I'm saying, gang, talking about some freaking let's go walk. Nah, we ain't finna go walk, gang. Nah, man. Like I said, 15 years old. Yeah, you young, but you should know better, my boy. You finna go walking in the woods. Just met you. Talking about let's go walk. No, we gonna stay in the vicinity. We gonna stay where people can see us, okay? You know what I mean? And then especially if she look gothic.
I won't get into it, but I started to think she had some issues. Then she looked up at me and said, "Can we go to your room?"
Bro.
I lit up with excitement inside. I was a 14-year-old boy, hormones raging, so obviously I said yes with a little too much excitement in me, imagining the best case scenario.
You tripping, bro.
We got close to my room and she asked for the card to open the door, and she ran ahead to open it. We sat on my bed for a few minutes. I was a bit awkward, so I didn't know how to make a move or if to make a move. She started talking about deep, dark stuff again though. How she hated her family, how she had no more friends, how she likes the feel of blood, whatever that meant.
Hey, what?
Then out of nowhere, she flicked open a huge switchblade and looked at me. She told me sometimes she thinks about using this on herself or someone else.
Hey, cuz.
That was the moment this went from weird to disturbing. This wasn't going where I thought it was.
But thought you finna get some booty cheeks. But like, yes. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I waited all my life for this. You know what I mean, bro? Think he finna get some Gotham booty cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Whole time Gotham finna kill you. You know what I'm saying? Shorty flick the blade. Sometimes I just think about using this on myself. And I feel like using it. Sometimes I feel like using it on other people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I would have been like, oh my God. Mary, blood of Mary, blood of Mary. You know what I'm saying? Would have been terrified. You feel me? Straight up, gang. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Would have kicked her ass. I promise you, I would have kicked her ass. Straight up.
Much
Just a little white. Y'all see the little
direction. The way she looked at me with the knife flicked open was scaring me. She looked at me and said, "Do you want to use this knife on someone here?"
Hey, gang.
I thought over my answer and said, "I don't know. I have to think about it."
You got
Obviously, I would never.
I was finna say.
This girl's true psychotic nature had just come out, and I had to play it safe. I said we should go back outside and walk around. She said okay. So we went back outside and walked around the resort grounds. I watched the way she looked at people passing by, staring them down, not caring when they would notice. Luckily, I saw my parents straight ahead, and I said, "Oh shoot, there's my parents. I should probably go hang out with them." Alyssa looked a little bit annoyed. All she said was, "Okay." I said, "See ya," and she just looked at me. I went to my family, and for the rest of the day and night, I stayed with them, hoping to not run into that freaky girl again. That night, we got back to the room around 9.
Oh, shawty on some
This resort had huge rooms.
Hey, y'all ever watch Friend Request? Shawty was crazy, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I be saying, man. These girls be crazy, too. Crazy weird, gang. You know what I mean? Shorty give me vibes of that old girl from Friend Request, bro. You know what I'm saying? Demonic and dark. You feel me? Yes, she 15 years old, but I told you, I did videos of child killers, too. I did a video of a dude, I said it's already a young kid, man. You know what I mean? I did some crazy. I'm like, I can't believe I never seen this, bro. A young kid killed both of his parents and set the house on fire. Another 12-year-old girl, her brother was sleeping on the couch, stabbed him in his chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that doesn't age is no number when it comes to killing. Some kids is just off, man.
I had my own room that was attached to my parents' and sister's room, but it also had its own door into the hall.
There she go, Alyssa.
Anyway, I went to sleep. or at least tried to. Half an hour into laying in bed, I heard the beep from the door unlocking, and then the door to my room opening and closing.
Oh, my heart would drop.
By the time I fully looked up, the door was shut and the light from the hall was gone. I saw someone standing in front of the door though. "Who is it?"
Alyssa.
I heard a familiar girl's voice. "I want blood." I sat up and remembered I never got my key card back from Alyssa. She planned this. She approached my bed in the dark with something in her left hand because she had it lifted. She said it again. "I want blood. Will you help me, or will I get it from you?"
I said, "I'll help you, Alyssa." I
admit it. I screamed like a goddamn girl. She still stood there. She didn't charge at me. She didn't run at first. When my dad burst into the room, though, that's when she took off. My dad saw her, and I yelled she was about to kill me. He was about to go after her, but I screamed, "Don't, she has a knife." Everyone in the hall came out of their rooms to see what was going on. We went down to the main office to get some info on this Alyssa girl. And out of all the guests, there was no one named Alyssa.
Whoa.
Hell, there were no girls even close to her age staying at the resort at that current time.
Wow.
Police were called, and like 4 cop cars showed up and searched the whole perimeter.
Man, you better get her, gang. We out.
2 or 3 cop cars stayed overnight since there were so many kids at the place. The key card lock was changed on our door for the night. A lot of families, including mine, left the next day.
Gotta get up out of there.
For the 2 days we cut short.
No cap.
This whole thing was actually insane.
Gotta go.
That girl was fucked up in the head, and it's scary knowing she was probably in the early stages of being a completely different monster.
15 years old, man. A girl 15 years old. You know what I mean? No telling where Alyssa at now. Shit, let me hear the name Alyssa. You know what I'm saying? He said this happened way back, so this happened when he was 14 years old. So, you know, let me hear the name Alyssa. Nope, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Alyssa, I'm not going out with no Alyssa. No, I'm good. No, I mean, they say if she was white or black, he said Alyssa. So right when I hear that name Alyssa, I'm good. My name is, hey, look, my thought process coming back to that video. This could be this crazy ass girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're not the same Alyssa. I'm never dating a girl Alyssa. Your name is Alyssa. Do not speak to me. You know what I'm saying? Dead for real. Let a girl say her name Alyssa. Alyssa. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I ain't never forgetting that name. Cause this is a little crazy that little girl right here. But like I said, man, hey, we finna go live on Twitch though. You hear her name Alyssa, girl, boys run. You hear the name Alyssa, girls run. Everybody run if you hear the name Alyssa.